Brendan Allen just dominated Paul Craig from start to finish, ultimately getting the victory with a rear naked choke in round 3. He is so much better than we thought he was. Paul Craig isn't the best of opponents because there's no threat in the striking, but Brendan Allen engaged with Paul on the ground and dominated. Paul Craig is so good off his back. We've seen him submit Ankalaev, Nikita Krylov, Jamal Hill off of his back. Well, Jamal Hill, he didn't exactly submit, but he broke his arm and ground and pounded him. But Brendan Allen is about that life, man. He went into the Lions Den and dominated. He was able to, well, in the first round, they were going back and forth between a lot of good scrambles and submission attempts. But Brendan Allen clearly won because he had more control time and landed more effective shots. In the second round, Allen rocks Craig with a 1-2, wobbles him bad. Wobbles him, guys, as the Weasel would say. And Craig panic shoots a double leg, which Allen stuffs easily, and then engages with Craig again in the ground game. Now, when I was watching this live, I was kind of screaming at Allen because I thought, dude, just stand him up. You just hurt him bad, and your striking is so much better than Craig's is. Just stand up. But Allen is so confident and so good in his ground game that he knew he could hang in there with Craig, and he didn't just hang in there. He dominated Craig in mount. Landed great elbows, cut Craig open bad. It was nasty. And then in round 2, Cutman Tate was like running over there and like immediately started addressing it. It was that nasty. But Allen just dominated that fight, man. Was never really in danger, even off of entering Craig's guard. Craig did throw a couple of submission attempts up there, but there was never a moment where you were really scared for Allen losing. Allen was really in complete control of the entire fight. Really poor performance for Craig. I think at this point you have to call it quits, right? Maybe he wants to do one more for like a London card or a UK card, but I think they always pretty much go to London when they go to the UK. But he might just want to have one last fight for that. But if not, I think he should just call it now. He's let's see, how old is Paul Craig? He's getting up, 35. He's not going to get any better at this point in his career. He hasn't taken too much damage. So I'd say just quit while you're still healthy at this point. But as for Brendan Allen, the future is ahead for him, man. He's not only a solid fighter, but he's great on the mic as well. He showed his ability to make his call-outs, and he had a very wholesome moment with his daughter and with his team. He may not look like it, but he seems like a pretty intelligent guy. He knows how to promote himself, and he has a kind of a grudge against the champion, and Sean Strickland. So if he's probably one fight away. Well, if he wins his next fight and Sean loses to Dricus, that might be a matchup he can call out for, because the first fight was actually fairly close. Brendan Allen was chewing up Strickland's legs until Strickland finally caught him with a nasty 1-2 like he did Adesanya. But Brendan Allen is so underrated. His only losses, Strickland and Chris Curtis. So that's a great record to have in the UFC. because he's on a what, 6-fight win streak right now, and he just dominated Paul Craig. The fight before this, he had a pretty good performance against Bruno Silva, and then the fight before that, submitted Andre Muniz. So this guy's definitely top 10 level. As for his next fight to really jump him up in the rankings, let's take a look at the middleweight rankings to see what should be next for him. I'm thinking Paulo Costa. That could be a great fight for him. It might be dangerous on the feet because his striking defense is a little sus at sometimes. At least it kind of was against Bruno Silva. But that could be a great fight for Brendan Allen. Jack Hermanson, we haven't seen him in a while. I don't know what's happened to Jack Hermanson. Or maybe I don't think he deserves a top 5 guy yet, but yeah, I definitely think Paulo Costa is a good fight to have for him. And then after that, fights a top 5 guy, and then he gets his title shot. So realistically, Brendan Allen's only 2 fights away from a title shot. Well, 2 wins away from a title shot. So that's really good for him, especially having his kid there and promoting himself as well as he does, having very marketable moments on the mic, which is always good to see. You know, Chael Sonnen's gonna make a video about that. But overall, just a great performance from Brendan Allen. I made this video separate. This would have been part of my first video, but for some reason the video cut off because I'm recording this on my phone and my storage filled up. So I had to delete some stuff and record this. So, anyways, Brendan Allen, the guy to keep your eye out for. Paul Craig, I think it's time to call it quits. But, that's it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. There's no UFC next week, though. I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, I guess it's Thanksgiving. I have something to do then, but the week after, though, got an absolute banger of a fight night card. So, and Dariush versus Saryukin, Hooker versus Bobby Green. That's going to be awesome. So, I'll see you then.